Ernest Morris was my mentor. I love him to this day. 5 hours after I left that room, he died. I've never seen that many people at a funeral in my life. He actually did know everybody. Our church was full. The parking lot was full. There were speakers in the parking lot. There were speakers in all the classrooms, the cafeteria, everywhere. People couldn't even get in the church. He knew and stood for what is right. An amazing man. After I got out of high school, I got drafted by the Milwaukee Brewers, and through 6 years of misery, I had 6 surgeries, and I ended up quitting baseball at the age of 24. It didn't work for me. My dream was done. It was the only thing I ever focused on. I didn't care about grades. I wanted to be a baseball player. Well, I'm in Dr. Andrews' office in Birmingham, Alabama at 24. And he said, "Jimmy, we can fix you up again. We can do another surgery, but the choice is yours. We'll do whatever it is you want." And I said, "Doc, I think it's time for me to grow up. I need to grow up. It's time for me to go home and go back to school. I need to get an education. I need to figure out what dreams really are. I need to find somebody and get married. I need to start a family and have kids. I need to buy a dog." He said, "That is a fantastic plan. Start with a dog." So after I bought the dog, I went to college. Found out something very important about dreams. Dreams can change. Education became important to me. Education became easy. I loved school. I excelled at it. My high school counselor said, "You're too dumb to go to college." I was now on honors society, honors fraternities, honors graduate, chemistry and physics. Amazing. And as I got out of college, I thought, there's one thing I want to do. I want to teach kids that dreams are possible. I want them to know that whatever they want in their heart is achievable if they just give it. The only limits we have are the limits we put on ourselves. Everybody else may try to drag you down, but if you stop because of yourself. And so I started teaching high school and coaching baseball and football. Eventually, I found myself at Reagan County High School in Big Lake, Texas. This place is out in the sticks. It's a town of 3,500 people. Oil and gas town. Kids do not even expect to graduate from high school. They said, "Coach, we don't even know why you took this job. People come through here on their way to somewhere better." The baseball team had won 1 game each year for the 3 years before I'd gotten there. We weren't very good. But I loved teaching in the classroom, and I loved working with these kids. We only had 8 kids show up for my first season of baseball. Now, I don't know how much you know about baseball, but you can't play a game, let alone a season, with 8 kids. So now that I taught physics and chemistry, I did what I thought I should. I offered A's in physics and chemistry to anybody come out from my baseball team. And we were so bad, I only had 2 takers. We played the first season with 10 kids. But you know what? We turned things around. We learned a whole lot about life, and not much of it had to do with baseball at all. We learned how to wear our uniforms right, take our jewelry off. We had learned to have respect for ourselves and our other teammates. We learned how to respect the umpires, the other team, anybody that came to watch us. We learned how to take care of our field. We learned discipline, and we learned respect. And we won 9 games that year. These kids were excited. Now, this is a small high school in West Texas. So when I had 10 kids, the football coach thought, they'll quit. The second season at Reagan County High School, I had 65 kids come out for my baseball team. I had more than the football coach had. That didn't make him happy. I didn't care because I didn't like him very much. But in small schools, every kid plays every sport that's an athlete, and I watch these kids lose a very important basketball game that would have sent them to the Final Four in the state of Texas. 2 days later, I get them on the baseball field, and for 2 weeks, we mope around the field. "Coach, we were that far from our dream. That's it, that far. We were going to a state championship. Now we're right back where we were. We're just losers. We don't understand why you even want to coach us." We played 2 games in those first 2 weeks, 15-1 and 15-0, and we didn't have 15. I didn't know what I was going to do. I sent the kids down the left field line after the second game, and I stood on home plate, and I thought, what can I tell these kids that's going to possibly change their mind about anything they have in their future? I want them to know that I have faith in them. I want them to know that I believe in their dreams. I want them to know that they can chase a dream. And immediately what came to my mind was the speech that my grandfather had given me in a hospital bed 20 years ago. And so I walked down that left field line and I started talking to my kids about hopes and dreams and overcoming obstacles and achieving things that nobody else thinks you can do. I said, make a ladder of success. Each time you reach one rung, add another one and another one. Nobody can box you in. Nobody can keep you down. You can achieve as far as you want to go, but it's got to be in your heart. I said, you guys have to go out and live life. You can't let life live you. Do not let somebody else decide what you're going to do with your life. You make your own decisions. If it's a dream, chase it, and don't look back. I got about halfway through this speech, and I thought I sounded pretty good, and my catcher looked at me. And he said, Coach, what about your dreams? I said, my dream is to watch you guys finish the season successfully, graduate from high school, and go to college. See what's out there, and then move on. He said, Coach, we think you still want to play baseball. And I said, I think I'm married. Thank you. I'm married. I have 3 kids. I have a job. I have responsibilities. I weigh 250 pounds, not baseball material. I said, scouts are looking for ball players. Scouts aren't looking for people that look like scouts. And we went on a little bit further, and my catcher looked at me again. Joel looked at me and he said, well, Coach, the way you teach us the game, the way you know what the other team's going to do before they do it, the way you throw us batting practice, we can't even hit the ball when you throw. And I said, that's because you can't hit. And he said, well, why are you telling us to chase our dreams if you're not willing to do it yourself? And I say, you're 18, you need to shut up. He said, what if we start winning? Will you try out again? I said, I can't do that. I got kids, I got responsibilities, I got you guys, I got bills, I got grown-up life. My dreams have changed. What if we win district? The school never won a district championship ever. If we win district, you try out again. So for 20 minutes, I argued with these kids about why I should never try out and step on a baseball field again. After 20 minutes, I did what every adult in America does. I caved in. You guys win a district championship, I'll find a tryout somewhere. In the back of my mind, I was going, you are so dumb right now. Your wife will kill you. A funny thing happened, though. These kids got excited. Their heads came up. They got smiles on their faces. They were happy. They were excited. They had a goal. They were going to make Coach go embarrass himself at a tryout.